dias from Greenway Parks. This is the Rorschach Argentina update from the 27th of March 2025. A quick summary of what's going down in Argentina. Tens of thousands of Argentines filled the streets on Monday the 24th to mark another anniversary of the 1976 coup and demand justice for the dictatorship's victims. Over 20 human rights organizations marched together to Plaza de Mayo in Buenos Aires City, condemning the current administration for undermining memory policies and dismantling institutions investigating crimes against humanity. Despite fears of repression, authorities did not enforce anti-protest measures, and the march became a massive show of resistance against historical revisionism and austerity policies. Government figures, including Vice President Victoria Villarruel, fueled controversy by promoting denialist narratives, while a state-produced video questioned the official history of the dictatorship. The video equates state terrorism with guerrilla violence and backs a legal appeal to classify a 1974 left-wing attack as a crime against humanity. On that note, the government announced the declassification of two major sets of historical files: records on Nazis who fled to Argentina after World War II, and military archives from the 1976 to 1983 dictatorship. The first move came after a request from U.S. Senator Steve Daines, while the second aligns with a 2010 decree that had never been fully enforced. Officials framed these decisions as a commitment to transparency and human rights, but critics called them political theater, pointing out that budget cuts had eliminated the very teams responsible for handling such archives. It's been a little over a month since the Libra crypto case, where Milei promoted the token before its value crashed, and Argentina's National Securities Commission introduced its first cryptocurrency regulations. The new rules require crypto exchanges and wallets to register with the commission and ban assets resembling Libra unless they provide transparent background information. The move follows pressure from the Financial Action Task Force, which threatened to put Argentina on its gray list for weak financial oversight. While the crypto industry welcomed regulation, some argued that smaller providers might struggle with compliance costs. Despite his pro-crypto stance, Milei's administration has now set clearer ground rules for the sector. Speaking of Libra, José Luis Espert, the Libertarian deputy, posted on his Twitter account messages promoting new cryptocurrencies, Libra V2 and Bala, using language eerily similar to President Milei's original Libra endorsement. Espert quickly said his account had been hacked for political reasons. In a video, he dismissed the incident with a defiant message, while his wife and team echoed the hacking allegation. Since we're on the topic of finance, Argentina's markets are on edge as investors wait for details on a potential new International Monetary Fund deal, which could bring fresh funds but likely require a devaluation of the peso. The uncertainty has fueled speculation, driving up the country risk index and dollar exchange rates while pushing stocks and reserves downward. The central bank has already lost $700 million in just 3 days, partly due to debt payments and shifting market strategies. In other news, the U.S. government has barred Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, the former president and vice president, and Julio De Vito, the former Minister of Federal Planning, Public Investment and Services, from entering the country, accusing them of orchestrating corruption schemes that funneled millions from public funds. Cristina dismissed the move as politically motivated, linking the ban to Milei's influence. Also related to politics, two key parties, PRO and La Libertad Avanza, will run separately in the local elections instead of teaming up, as expected in the Buenos Aires province. The split follows months of tension, especially after La Libertad Avanza's city lawmakers opposed the mayor's budget. PRO will enter the race as the Buenos Aires First, or the Buenos Aires Primero coalition, which includes several smaller parties. Meanwhile, La Libertad Avanza confirmed it will go solo, positioning itself against the privileges of traditional politics. Going a bit north of Buenos Aires, the Santa Fe province is on high alert as dengue cases continue to rise, with 600 confirmed cases reported so far. While the number of cases is much lower than last year's 30,000, the situation is still escalating, with a 44% rise in new infections just last week. Health authorities are focusing on preventative measures like eliminating water-holding containers where mosquitoes breed, along with fumigation and vaccination. Unemployment is also on the rise. According to the National Institute of Statistics and Census, INDEC, unemployment increased to 6.4% in the last quarter of 2024, up from 5.7% in the same period of the previous year. However, this is an improvement compared to the 6.9% rate from the third quarter of 2024. The unemployment rate is higher in the Greater Buenos Aires area at 7% and lower in the Patagonia region at 4%. On a more positive note, a recent study by FreePic, a Spanish image platform, ranked the world's most populated cities based on their green spaces. The study analyzed 2,300 natural attractions and placed Buenos Aires in the top 10. The city landed in 7th place thanks to its 41 green spaces, such as the iconic Parque 3 de Febrero, commonly known as Bosques de Palermo. From green spaces to stadiums, people in Buenos Aires City who are behind on child support payments are no longer allowed to enter football stadiums. This new rule kicked off on Tuesday the 25th during the Argentina versus Brazil match at the Monumental Stadium. The policy, based on a law passed in December 2024, aims to ensure kids' rights to food and care by restricting access to recreational events for those who fail to meet their child support obligations. As part of the enforcement, stadium security will conduct random ID checks. Anyone flagged on the Child Support Delinquency Register will be denied entry and issued a notice urging them to resolve their legal issues if they want to attend future matches. Since we brought up the match at the Monumental Stadium, Argentina's national football team has sealed its spot in the 2026 World Cup as the first South American team to qualify. The team played 2 qualifying matches this past week. On Friday the 21st, Argentina edged out Uruguay 1-0 in Montevideo, and on Tuesday the 25th, it crushed Brazil 4-1 in Buenos Aires. Julian Alvarez opened the scoring within minutes, followed by a precise strike from Enzo Fernandez. Brazil pulled one back after a defensive error, but Alexis McAllister restored the lead before halftime. In the second half, Giovanni Simeone finished off the night with a stunning goal, capping off a statement win for the reigning world champions. The next round of qualifying matches will take place in early June. While you wait for that, here's an idea. Stop by the Convention Center, La Rural, in the Palermo neighborhood. The Formula One exhibition has landed in Buenos Aires, making it the first South American city to host the showcase. Until the 1st of June, the event will bring together F1 cars from different eras, rare memorabilia, and never-before-seen photos, immersing fans in the sport's evolution. The timing could not be better, as excitement around the sport is at an all-time high in Argentina, fueled by young driver Franco Colapinto's rise. Exclusive to the Buenos Aires edition, visitors can see Juan Manuel Fangio's final race car and Colapinto's early karting gear. Tickets start at 38,000 pesos, about $30, with premium options offering perks like simulator rides and podium photos. Hot on the heels of the 24th of March national holiday, keep in mind that next Wednesday, the 2nd of April, is also a key date. It marks Malvinas Veterans and Fallen Memorial Day. which commemorates the Argentine soldiers who fought and died in the 1982 war against the United Kingdom. It is a national public holiday with ceremonies and events held across the country to honor their memory. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Are you listening on Spotify? Did you know that you can leave comments or questions in the episode? Click on the comment box. But don't worry, the comments are private by default. We won't publish them. If you want us to get back to you, share your email. Nos vemos la próxima semana.